The evolution of virtual reality. Some people identify the birth of virtual reality in rudimentary Victorian stereoscopes, the first 3D picture viewers. VR as we know it was created by a handful of pioneers in the 1950s and 1960s. In 1962, after years of work, filmmaker Mort Heilig patented what might be the first true VR system, the Sensorama, an arcade-style cabinet with a 3D display, vibrating seat, and a scent producer. Heilig imagined it as one in a line of products for the cinema of the future, but that future failed to materialize in his lifetime. By 1968, Ivan Sutherland had created a periscope-like video headset called the Sword of Damocles. Advances in flight simulators pointed to the possibility of immersive real-time control systems not only for research or training but also for improved performance. Since the 1960s, electrical engineer Thomas Furness has been working on visual displays and instrumentation in cockpits for the U.S. Air Force. By the late 1970s, he began development of virtual interfaces for flight control. Furness designed a system that projected information like computer-generated 3D maps, forward-looking infrared and radar imagery, and avionics data into an immersive 3D virtual space that the pilot could view and hear in real time. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, the company's VPL Research and Virtual Research spurred popular imagination with virtual reality helmets. Unlike wearable computing displays that seek to augment the user's experience in the world, VR displays attempt to remove the user from reality. Immersive systems feature large field of view displays, resulting in heavy headsets that are comfortable only for limited periods of time. These binocular systems sometimes have difficulty creating convincing illusions of 3D environments because only some depth cues can be simulated readily in a headset. Binocular disparity is a strong depth cue, and it may cause considerable conflict with other depth cues such as focus or vergence, leading to fatigue or what some call simulator sickness. However, newer displays are starting to overcome these issues. The Virtual Research Flight Helmet cost $6,000 in 1991. The flight helmet has a 100-degree diagonal field of view and a resolution of 240 by 120 pixels. It weighs 1.67 kilograms and uses 6.9 centimeter LCD screens with Leap Systems wide angle optics to provide an immersive stereoscopic experience. The Virtual Boy cost $180 in 1995. Nintendo's Virtual Boy provided an early 3D experience in an inexpensive package that included the full computing system in the device. It used reflection technology's scanning mirror-style display in which a column of 224 LEDs is scanned across the eye with a vibrating mirror as the LEDs flash on and off, creating a 384 by 224 pixel resolution display with persistence of vision. It provides adjustments for focus and inter-eye distance. With over 1 million devices sold, the Virtual Boy introduced many consumers to immersive gameplay. The Virtual IO Eyeglasses Personal 3D Viewer cost $395 in 1995. These are relatively inexpensive, lightweight, and have 300 by 200 pixel resolution and have a 30-degree field of view. They are also somewhat see-through, allowing the creation of augmented realities in brightly lit environments. The Philips Scuba cost $299 in 1997. Weighing 544 grams with a resolution and 50-degree diagonal field of view, the Scuba was designed for home game systems and sold 55,000 units. The Sony PC Glastron PLM S700 cost $2,900 in 1998. This high-end Glastron has 800 by 600 pixel resolution weighs 120 grams without the attached controller box, and has a 38-degree field of view and features light blocking LCD shutters that control the opacity of the screen. Academic developers favored its adaptability for wearable computing, but it required up to 11 watts of power, often resulting in backpack-sized systems. Fast forward to now, the Oculus Rift. The Rift Development Kit 1 was released on March 29, 2013, and uses a 7-inch screen with a significantly lower pixel switching time than the original prototype, reducing latency and motion blur when turning one's head quickly. The pixel fill is also better, reducing the screen door effect and making individual pixels less noticeable. The LCD is brighter and the color depth is 24 bits per pixel. On June 25, 2014, Google released Google Cardboard. Google Cardboard is a virtual reality platform developed by Google for use with a head mount for a smartphone. Named for its fold-out cardboard viewer, the platform is intended as a low-cost system to encourage interest in development in VR applications. Users can either build their own viewer from simple, low-cost components using specifications published by Google, or purchase a pre-manufactured one. To use the platform, users run cardboard-compatible applications on their phone, place the phone into the back of the viewer, and view content through the lenses. Key terms that you need to be aware of. Virtual reality is a computer system used to create an artificial world in which the user has the impression of being in that world with the ability to navigate the world and manipulate objects in the world. Simulator sickness. It's also known as virtual reality sickness and causes general discomfort, headache, nausea, vomiting, sweating, fatigue, drowsiness, and disorientation for some when exposed to virtual environments. Field of view. This is the area covered of the observable environment at any given time. Stereoscopic is a process by which two photographs of the same object are taken at slightly different angles and are viewed together, creating the impression of depth. A flight simulator. It's a machine designed to resemble the cockpit of an aircraft with computer-generated images that mimic the pilot's view, typically with mechanisms that move the entire structure in imitation of an aircraft's motion, and it's used for training pilots. This has been the evolution of virtual reality. So virtual reality has come a long way from being a simple stereoscopic image in the Victorian era to flight simulators to something that's popular for consumers that are buying now with the Oculus Rift and even Google Cardboard.